feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the New York Jets. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
We're going to start.
Yeah, let's go set lunch.
A man who played college football here in the Sunshine State. It's USF's Marlon Mack. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
At the 42-yard line.
Here we go, son.
44 to Mike. Here we go.
To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Darnold. Got an open man. It's a noon one. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Darnold on 1st down. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Throwing on second down. Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On third down, a run by Mack. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A good effort there, 9 yards, but it's going to leave him looking at a 4th and 1. And Bryant's kick is good. They moved the ball pretty well there on the opening drive. You think they're okay settling for 3?
I don't think they're happy about settling for 3, but I think you're exactly right with the word okay because they threw it well, they ran it well. Excellent balance for the first drive of the game.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set up. 70. Indy. 80 weapon. Jim. T. Griffin.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Here's the 5th-round rookie from Temple. It's Raquel Armstead. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Yes. Hey, exit. 60, go.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
22 jet bomber.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
I'm coming after you. Get it.
Now Leonard Fournette. Tackled by Jordan Willis.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
3rd down and 9.
1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
Hey, high 7.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Check 53's Mike.
Now.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. The open man is sharp. It's complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 26. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
I smell fear in that offense. Hey, orbit. Check.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Jets 3, Jaguars nothing.
Here we go. Set. 10 Lobo.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up.
5.
41 Mike.
Recon. 152 fighter.
Kill.
Ready.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets 17. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Let's go. 18 Gator. X3. 218 chopper. Hit it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now Minshew. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal. So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Lambo will put this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now it's Darnold. And incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, and that'll make it 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, if you kill it, motion me out. Hey, shoot!
44 Mike. Check. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Bo's the Mike. Mike's Bo.
You ain't got nothing. You lady.
44.
Darnold from the gun. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
Let's go, at their own 15-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz. Too fast to handle. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Fournette running right. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Go! Smooth! 41. We've got to wedge that, huh? You must be dreaming.
Hey,
get it!
Out of the gun is Minshew. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, Something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your...
The Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Brandon Copeland able to record his 5th sack of the season.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
AT Gator.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. He's tight right there. 4 down, check. 4 down.
Hey, seam 6.
41's the mic. Check 41.
5.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. And able to find Conley. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets 33. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
60-yard.
Minshew, 1st and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, Charlie. Go. Hit it.
This is Fournette. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. That's on Jawan Taylor, 2nd-round pick from Florida. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
61, matchbox lights. Hey, Haywood.
Watch the shot.
On 2nd down, Armstead. That'll net 7 yards on the ground, but it'll leave him with a healthy distance still to go on 3rd down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready, 18, Gator.
I'm coming after you.
80 weapons.
You got tape.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And Lambeau can't hook this one back in. It's no good. Wide to the right, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Topper! Hey, wahoo! Yep.
53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. On the ball. 53's the Mike. 53.
Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Watch the screen. Out, 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 out.
Hey, Echo.
Let's go. Hey, we got 5.
Get it.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Looking long for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Alert 3. And 80. Quick.
6-6, bullet high.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And this won't make it. Off the crossbar and no good. And a big letdown there as this remains a tie game. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Jags first down.
I'd have to say that was a pretty darn good run right there. They had 8 in the box, still able to burn them. They've got to consider themselves lucky they only give up a first down and not a touchdown.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready. 70, Indy.
Check now.
Recon, 132 fighter. Snap.
Going with Armstead, a first down carry. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Watch the run.
Hey, Delta.
Under 10. 10. Mike 41.
5.
Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
X3, 218, chopper. Look at me, zipper. Go.
41.
Ready.
Here's Minshew. The open man is Westbrook. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down. Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's Logan Cook now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Looking to throw on second down. Darnold looking deep for Demarius. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Back to throw, Darnold. Open man is Anderson. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. He was the leading receiver for the Jets a season ago. Robbie Anderson, 50 catches, over 750 yards, and getting more and more comfortable with Sam Darnold. Now a year plus under their belts collectively. You'd figure that those numbers for Anderson might be trending further north. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Faking the give, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Here's Drew Kaiser now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at the 20. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
At their own 34-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At the 40-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Fournette. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
36-yard line.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, exit.
Minshew sets to throw. That one complete. He finds Sharp. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
The 20. Fournette finds a touchdown. Jaguars. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Jets take over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Darnold. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. He goes to you. Come on. 44's the mic. 44's mic. Check.
Hey, watch that.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Minshew. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
High 7.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53. Hey.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
53's the mic. 53's the mic.
Hey, orbit.
Now Fournette. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Hustle, hustle. Now.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Raquel Armstead, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They will run it. It's Fournette. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. that appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Jets on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. The shotgun snap for Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Found his target. It's Anderson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Play action. It's Darnold. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll run it again with Fournette. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd down and 12. On 3rd down, Fournette. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down now, it's Mack. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Let's go, D.
Darnold down to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And I think we'll probably see them go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, team.
On 4th down, Darnold. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Here we go. 70, Indy.
Check curls, check curls, check.
Big rip.
And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 27-yard line.
60 miles, 60 miles. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand.
A loss of a yard.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Jaguars, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss, and they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.